Hi, I'm Tyler Reed from happyhq.com, and this is a follow-up video to a previous post that showed how to control different electrical assets over the internet using Raspberry Pi and Arduino. So first, let's take a look at the setup. If you've seen the first video, some of this will look familiar. I've just mounted it on a 2x2 sheet of 1/4" MDF. So here is my network switch and the USB hub, the external drive, the Raspberry Pi. It connects to this switch to hit the internet. It also connects to the USB hub. And the Arduino Uno down here connects to the USB hub. And I've expanded from 2 relays. In the first video I was only using one of a 2-channel bank. Now I've got a 4-channel bank and I use all 4. And I mounted a breadboard on here so I can control sensors and controls to it. And this is a temperature and humidity sensor. Over here there are 2 electrical gang boxes. I've got one hooked up right now, and there's 4 power cords coming into it. I could consolidate those into a single one, but it was easiest and quickest just to use 4. I took standard electrical outlets and I broke the tabs on the sides, which isolates the plugs. So each of the 4 power cords connects to one of the plugs. And when that power cord comes in, the ground goes to the common ground, neutral goes to one side, and the hot wire comes out of the box over to a relay, and to one side of the relay, and then the other side of the relay comes back to the hot side of the plug. So the relay becomes a switch for the hot wire. And I've got 4 lights set up, and this is the wireless keyboard for my PC. So my PC is connected to the Raspberry Pi through a VPN. And if I press 1 on my keyboard, you can see the relay went off, and you might be able to, I'll press 1 again. It just toggles the relay. So if it's on, it goes off. If it's off, it goes on. Here's relay 2, relay 3, relay 4, and I'm going to turn 1 on. So there's all 4 lights on, and then I can toggle them all together. On the screen cam now, I've got the remote desktop connection to the Pi from my PC, and I'm running the Arduino IDE on the Pi, and the firmware that's running is created from this program, where I include the humidity temperature library, the sensor library, define the 4 relay pins and the pin for the sensor and the type of the sensor. I initialize the relay Boolean values that I use to track state on the relays, and my character integer variable that I use to read the serial port and the temporary counter. I initialize the sensor, and then in setup I initialize the pins I'm going to use to write to the relays. And then down here in the loop, every 5 seconds I read the humidity. I get the humidity reading, I get the temperature reading, and I write those to the serial port. And I've got some temporary code in here where if the humidity is greater than 57%, I turn on pin 1. If the temperature is greater than 23 Celsius, I turn on pin 2. And we're going to test that in just a second. We'll switch to webcam and watch that work. The remainder of the loop method just reads the serial port. If there's data, it checks to see if that data is a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and if so, it toggles the appropriate relay. So the theory is that if I can get the temperature high enough around this sensor, it will turn on light number 1 over there. So I'm going to breathe on the sensor and we'll see what happens. And there you have it. So this is a simulation. In a real-life environment, the humidity sensor could turn on or off a humidifier or a dehumidifier, and the temperature sensor capability would work the same. It could turn on a heater or turn on an air conditioner, turn them off when the temperature is appropriate. And that's how to control electrical assets over the internet using Raspberry Pi and Arduino. We are using this to build hydroponic automation capabilities. You can learn more about that at happyhq.com. That's HAPIHQ.com. Thanks for watching. Post any questions or comments on this video. We'd be happy to hear from you.